Have you ever worked with a customer that you have later looked back on and wondered why on earth you ever bothered getting involved with them? Or do you possibly have one of those clients on your books at the moment where you're forever contemplating letting them go, but just never quite get around to making that decision? I think what I've seen over the years is it is never ever an easy decision to let a customer go. But I have seen time and time again that releasing those duff customers is very often a real pivotal moment in your business, because finally you give yourself the message that no customer is more important than you, and you have the right to work with whoever you choose to work with. So the big dilemma with tricky customers is that most of the time they're not terrible, disastrous, horrible customers. If somebody's horrible, that's a really easy decision to make. You would not get involved with them in the first place, or you would get rid of them as fast as humanly possible. It's more those customers that are the niggly ones. You know, the ones that are just never quite satisfied with what you do. The ones that keep nagging about where you're up to. The ones that perhaps question your invoice, or they're constantly asking if something or other can be knocked off. They just never quite seem to appreciate the work that you do. And they never leave you feeling good about what you've done for them. They always seem to leave you feeling that little bit flat, rather than feeling proud and excited about the work that you have done. So there's nothing in there that says they're a terrible person or they're a horrible customer and therefore I should get rid of them. So you actually end up in this very awkward dilemma of head versus heart, because your head is likely to say to you, they spend money with me. It's better to have a customer who I know than, chuck them out the door and not know where the next bit of money is coming from. It's better to have my bills paid. It's better to have that clarity. It's better to have that security. And who am I to be so arrogant as to stop working with somebody who's going to pay me good money? What does that say about me? So these are often the head things. But the heart is likely to be saying, yes, but this doesn't make me feel good. And why doesn't this make me feel appreciated? And what can actually happen is that the heart will actually chip away at your self-esteem and at your kind of business esteem, as it were, because you start to feel that you can't be that important and you can't be that good at what you do. And you kind of know that you're accepting a kind of treatment from a customer that you probably shouldn't. If you had real pride and real value in what you do, and if you were really good at what you do, then you wouldn't keep working with these customers that don't appreciate you. So you can really get this balance of head versus heart. Now, the head is going to keep saying, keep going with that customer because they're paying you money. But for me, that is nearly always the wrong thing to do. Now, obviously, I'm not suggesting just get rid of all of your customers and don't worry about whether you can pay the bills. You always have to have a little bit of due diligence before you do push a customer out of the door. But what I've seen time and time and time again is when you leave yourself stuck with these awkward customers, it dents your confidence and it actually makes it much harder for you to attract new, fabulous customers. And actually what happens is the moment you part ways with these difficult customers, it's like your energy lifts, your whole outlook lifts, your positivity improves, your message, your energy, everything about what you do is suddenly more energetic, more positive, and it's more attractive to new customers. And it's amazing how quickly ditching a duff customer clears the way for attracting new and fabulous ones. So my big tip for you this week is take a look at those customers of yours. If you've got some that do not really float your boat or don't make you feel good about yourself, have a look at the options to either just stop working with them, the options to replace them, or the options to just find bigger, better customers so then you can afford to let them go. But I promise you, it is a really, really positive thing to do and will be a big step forward in your business. I'd love to hear back from you about whether you've had a tricky experience with a duff customer. And of course, I would love for you to share this video with anybody else you think could benefit. Thank you.